G'day. A few weeks ago I completed the Wild Coast hike. It's a guided hike from Port St Johns to Coffee Bay, 5 days, 4 nights, and you sleep in villages, Xhosa villages, every night where you're hosted. Now I did quite a bit of research on what to pack before the hike. There was a lovely video from Babalwe, I'll link it below, where she shows how she packed for the hike. And I carried a 60-litre bag. It wasn't packed. I could have done with a slightly smaller bag, but I was happy with what I'd packed. I had everything that I'd needed. But the question is, could I have hiked with less? And the answer is most definitely. So what I've done today is I've actually packed a bag as if I had to do that hike tomorrow. What would I pack? Knowing what I've known from that hike, rather than showing you what I did pack. And if you are interested, at the end of the video, I'll put in what I did pack for the hike. On the hike was Potso, my guide, and he had a tiny little 22-litre backpack. And during the hike, I was always curious to find out what was in his bag. And he did a bag reveal on the final morning of the hike. So I'll start off this video by showing what Potso would take. And this would be your minimalist. So you could do this hike with a 22-litre backpack. I prefer a few extra comforts, but I definitely took too much on my hike. So my backpack was 60-litre bag. It wasn't full and it weighed just under 13 kilograms. I've repacked a 35-litre bag with things I would like to take with if I had to redo the hike now. And that's what I'd like to show you as well. You ready to go?
Yeah.
No, cool. I just wanted to ask you something. Is there any chance we can have a look inside your backpack?
Yes.
Hey? Because I've been itching to know what's in your small bag.
Okay, no problem.
Hey? Maybe we can just pack it out on my bed and we'll see what's going on. That'll be fun to see. There should be enough light in here.
Only got my changing shoes.
Your changing shoes. Now notice you wear those changing shoes in the camp, but you was and I asked you about the shoes and you said you need those clothes for when you travel back to Port St Johns, huh?
Because I can't go on a public taxi. It's smelling sweat and all of my clothes. I need some changing clothes.
Yes, yes. So you use your changing clothes to go home, or your clothes to go home for your camp as well, for at night?
My camp goes, I only wear them for some couple of minutes, then I go to bed after my shower, that's all.
Yes, yes. So you have your shower, you wear them for a few minutes and then you take them off again. And then they're still fresh for... Okay. And that's a hat, huh?
Yes.
So you've got two hats, huh? So that's your camp hat as well, huh?
Yeah. And this is my jersey, just in case when it's cold.
Yeah, you normally start off the hike wearing that.
Sometimes in the morning when it's cold, I wear this.
Yes, yes.
But I don't know how you do.
And yesterday when it was so windy, you were wearing it, huh?
The wind was cold.
Yeah, yeah.
I've got my towel,
Your towel,
my swimming shorts,
swimming shorts,
my changing trouser.
changing trousers. So that's what you wear in the evening, yeah? And on your way home,
And then I've got two t-shirts for my changing for my days.
2 t-shirts.
And these plastics are for my cell phone and my power bank when it's raining.
Okay, so you got some Ziploc bags.
This is only my water. Sometimes I use it, sometimes I don't.
Sometimes you use it, sometimes you don't. And how much water is that?
Here, I think it's only 500 grams, 750 mils this one.
750 mils.
Yeah,
So did you fill it up today?
I filled up today.
Yeah, yeah. Did you drink yesterday?
Yes, I did drink yesterday.
Because it was a long walk, huh?
Long walk.
Yeah, yeah.
And then over here, those are my two small towels for covering my body.
Yeah, face cloths. Yeah, yeah.
Face clothes.
Yeah, yeah.
This is my shower gel,
Shower gel,
my power bank,
power bank,
toothpaste,
toothpaste.
my roll-on, and the mosquito card. Because sometimes in other villages there are mosquitoes.
Like tonight, like last night, I mean.
Last night there were mosquitoes.
Yeah.
So I needed this.
Yeah, we had mosquitoes the first night, and then now the fourth night, huh?
Yeah,
The middle 2 nights there was no
there were
mosquitoes.
no mosquitoes.
Yeah, yeah. Okay,
That's all I'm having here in my backpack.
okay. Very good.
Yeah, because I told you, because some on the beginning, I used to carry a lot of stuff, but I just found that I don't need them. So there's no need for me to carry them at all. I must just carry what I need only for my days. Otherwise, just a weight of nothing.
Yeah, well, I know all about that.
I've experienced.
So what do you think about, when you saw me when I arrived with that big backpack, what were you thinking?
Nothing I was thinking was every hike I'm with, most of the time they're carrying the backpacks like this. Then I'm definitely sure it's what they need inside. That's all I think.
Yes. Okay. But I'm definitely going to try and, next time, to try and go a bit lighter.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you did the exact same hike with that and me. But definitely I find I need more water because I'm drinking a lot. But otherwise, definitely I think there's room for a lot of improvement.
Yeah.
I think I brought too much rubbish. But thank you very much for letting us see what's in your bag.
No problem.
Okay, so this is the bag that I would carry. It's a 35-litre backpack, much lighter than the bag that I carried. It's over 4 kilograms lighter than the bag that I used. It's a 35-litre bag, and interestingly enough, my 60-litre bag that I did take with is the Volt 60 from Osprey, and it's a very light pack. This pack probably weighs about the same as a 35-litre bag. So I've lost 4 kilograms, and that's not in the weight of the bag. So technically, I could probably still do the hike with a 60-litre bag with whatever's in here. But just swinging this little bag onto my shoulder, it feels nice and light, way different to what it felt like on the hike carrying a 60-litre bag with over 4 kilograms more weight. So this is what I would carry on the hike, and let's have a look at what I've got inside. Okay, so this is the bag. On the outside here I've got tracking poles. I used the tracking poles 3 of the days. I didn't use them on the first 2 days, but I would definitely recommend them. They came in really handy. They helped up and down some tricky slopes, and also just to take some weight off the joints, especially when you're carrying a heavy backpack. Also, I slipped and fell 3 times during the hike. Luckily I never hurt myself, but let's say I had sprained an ankle, these also would have come in really handy to take some pressure off a sore joint. So I'll definitely take those again. I had my hand sanitizer dangling off the back. It was really nice because I probably wouldn't have used it as much if I had to go scratching my bag to keep your hands clean, especially with limited access to running water. So hand sanitizer I would definitely take again. This is the First Ascent 35-litre Atlas 35, and I think it'll be more than enough to do this hike with. So there's an outside pouch here that's empty at the moment, but it's really nice if you go for a swim in the ocean on the hike to stick your wet trunks in here and take them when you get to the accommodation or to the village, where you can take them out to dry so that you don't have to put them back into your bag. I'll probably take flip-flops next time instead of the Crocs. The Crocs are great, but they are quite bulky, and you would need a bigger bag, or maybe hang them on the outside of the backpack, whereas these are nice, thin and lightweight, and I'm sure they'll do the job just as well as the Crocs. I got my penknife. It came in handy. We used the scissors when we were repairing Potso's bag, so it's always nice just to have something like that. I carry a 900ml water bottle. I mix juice in here. It's nice to have a juice when you stop and have a rest. Bit of sugar in it as well, so definitely nice. And then there's the bladder, which is inside, just carrying some water. So first we have, well, let's just talk about the stuff sack, or this bag. It acts like a little backpack, and if you're going down to the beach or something like that, it's nice to be able to pack a few things into this bag and just to carry this down to the beach with your towel and a few items. What I also used this bag for was, sometimes I pack my shoes into the bag, and I just put my dirty shoes in here and then into the bag. So that was quite nice. So I've got my swimming shorts, toilet paper, a small lightweight absorbent towel, camping towel, 10 wet wipes, and that's it. But this little bag was really useful. I used it quite a bit. Next in the bag, this is a waterproof bag, 2 litre C2 Summit waterproof bag, and I keep my electronics in here. So you do quite a few river crossings, there's always a chance of an accident happening, maybe falling in the water and getting wet, so you want your electronics to be dry. I've got my headlamp came in useful. 2 of the nights there was no electricity, and also just going to the toilet at night, headlight came in handy. So I've got cables to charge my cell phone and my camera, and I had a double plug, so I was able to charge both items at the same time. So I've got the 2 plugs, and then I've got a battery bank. On the hike I took 2 battery banks, but 1 would have been sufficient. There was access to electricity most of the evenings, and just to keep this fully charged was perfect. This is a 10,000 milliamp battery bank, and the waterproof case. Next is my lightweight but maybe a little bit bulky, my water filter, the bags and the water filter. I use this every day. What the water you're drinking is rainwater collected into a tank. So just to make sure I didn't get a stomach bug or anything, I filtered my water. You could also use the drops or the tablets, they would also work. But yeah, I used the water filter, I filtered all my water. So water still tasted great and it worked well. This is my toiletry bag, toothpaste, just the regular stuff, suntan lotion. Although I used long sleeves and a big hat, I did use suntan lotion when I went for a swim in the sea, and I also used this Body Glide a lot for chafing. But there are a lot less items in this bag than what I originally did carry, so I definitely thinned out this bag to reduce the weight. I haven't reduced anything in here. It's a first aid bag. I used on the hike, I used some moleskin and a couple of things for my blisters, some medicated Vaseline, but definitely you need a first aid kit. Next item, this is my food bag. This is probably less than half the weight of the bag I did take. I took way too much food. Everybody's different. I think it's one of those things, if you do take too much food, you can always get rid of it. So there's the juices. There's 4 juices in here that I'd mix each morning into the yellow water bottle. Nice tasting. That's my vegan milk powder. There was normal dairy milk available, and then I have 4 bags like this for each one. Five bags like this, one for each day. I have a rusk. A rusk would be nice in the morning with your coffee. Nut butters. The nut butters were really great with the homemade bread. There's a peanut butter and a nut butter. These were great. Probably one of the best things I took with. And then I've got some dried fruit, raisins, nuts, some jelly tots, dried mango, and a bar. And I think that's plenty for me for during the day. You're going to have porridge in it in the morning, you're going to have supper at night, and you're going to be walking the whole day, and this was plenty. I took way more than this on the hike, which I never used. So that's just more of those. Then I've got the raincoat. My raincoat's a little bit big. I'd like a smaller one, but it never rained on the hike. It did rain the day before I arrived. It rained the day I left, so I was just lucky not to get any rain. But definitely I'll take a raincoat next time as well. And then there's my waterproof, the second waterproof bag. This is my clothes and sleeping bag liner. So basically I wore the same clothes every day to hike in, and then I had a change of clothes for at night in the village. That's my sleeping bag liner. It was hot. I slept on top of the bed in my own sleeping bag liner. It was really nice. Your legs are enclosed to keep the mosquitoes away. I did use mosquito repellent, but I really enjoyed this. Definitely take it along again. Then my camp clothes consisted of a spare pair of undies. These are track pants, and these just fell. Underpants. Track pants, these are very lightweight. They don't even have a lining in them. Stretchy, very comfortable, and also nice just to have my legs covered for the mosquitoes at night. A thin, lightweight, quick drying t-shirt. A spare pair of socks and a pair of sock liners. I had a towel, but we were often swimming in the sea, so I've got another very small little towel. It was nice just when having the shower to also have a nice dry towel in addition to the other one to keep dry. A buff, I never used it. Could have probably used it on that very windy day. I'll take it again, it's good to have. And then I've got a lightweight thermal fleece, never used it, but I would take it again. And in fact, if I was doing the hike in winter, I'd also have a pair of thermal long johns. And that's in that. This bag has got a built-in rain cover that pulls over the top, which you access from the bottom. So you don't need to take that in addition with that. A big bag, big plastic bag to take for water crossings. We only used it for one water crossing, but I think we were just lucky with the tides. If we were hitting higher tides, we would have used this bag a lot more, but definitely came in useful. Would have been a problem without this bag. In addition to that, I don't have it now, but I had duct tape on both of my trekking poles. We used that duct tape to seal the top of that bag. Duct tape came in really handy. Would definitely make sure I've got plenty of duct tape on the next hike again. And then there's my waterproof bladder. My water bladder. I've got a litre in here. I use, depending on the length of each day, I use between 1 and 2 litres of water, in addition to my 900ml water bottle. This bag weighs just over 8 kilograms, and my bag weighed just under 13 kilograms that I did take, so definitely just over 4 kilograms of weight loss. And this would have, if I'd packed like this, I think I would have had all the comforts that I did have on the hike. I wouldn't be sacrificing anything, but I would have a lot lighter bag to be going up and down the hills and over the beach, and it would have made my hike a lot more enjoyable. Good morning. It's the morning of my hike. I'm doing the Wild Coast hike from Port St Johns to Coffee Bay. I'm busy packing my bag, just going through it for the last time. I'll show you what I'm taking. But I think I'll do a more in-depth video on what I'm taking at the end of the hike, because then I can show you what was needed, what wasn't needed, and I think it'll be a little bit more comprehensive. The only thing I can really go show you now is my food. This is my food bag. So I only have to take snacks and lunches. I don't have to take breakfast and dinner. Although it's still quite heavy, this little bag, but it will get lighter as the time goes on. So basically what's in here are a few sachets of cold drink to mix into some of my water. This is my one for today. Pack it again. The ones I've got for later are a bit smaller and lighter than this big one, but I'm using the big one for today because it's going to go in the water before I have to carry it. So on each day I've got 2 Ziploc bags, and in the one Ziploc bag I've just got a homemade trail mix. It's got dried fruit and nuts and seeds and some sweets. And then in the other bag I've got quite a few little bars, chocolate bars, energy bars. I've got some nut butters, and then I'm also going to be taking some Melba toast in a Tupperware container. I can put some of the nut butters on it for my lunch. Okay, so I'm basically just going to pack my bag. I'll go through it with you, and we'll check after the hike what was needed or what wasn't needed. There's 2 parts to me. The one part of me wants to take everything, including the kitchen sink, just in case. And there's another part of me that really wants to go lightweight, take as little as possible. So we'll probably end up being somewhere in between. Now on this hike, this is my bag. It's a 60-litre bag. You don't have to take your own bedding, so I don't need a sleeping bag. I do have a sleeping bag liner, so I've got like my own sheet in the camp. But this bottom area of the bag where we'd normally put the sleeping bag, I still want to put something lightweight and bulky in here. So I've got my camp shoes. So I'm basically going to put my camp shoes and my rain gear. Here I've got a very lightweight windbreaker, and here I've got a pack cover inside my Crocs. So they're going to go in the bottom here. And then we're going to do quite a few river crossings. So I've got a big plastic bag that I can put the entire bag into while crossing the river. That'll go in. And then I've got a raincoat. It's a little bit big and bulky, but it's all I've got. And it's been raining quite a bit recently, so I don't think the little windbreaker is going to be enough. So a decent raincoat. And that's what will go in the bottom. Try and get it that there's a little bit more of a flat base. One of these shoes. That's better. The main compartment of the bag. This is my clothes bag. It's also got it's in a waterproof, lightweight waterproof bag. I've also got my sleeping bag liner. So maybe we need to see if I can get some more air out of it. That's better. And then I'll take my food bag. Basically got everything except for today's snacks. And then I've got my Sawyer Squeeze Mini water filter. They can probably stay near the top. This bag is another little heavyish bag. It's all my electronics. I've got plugs, spare battery bank, all of that in here. This is my toiletries bag, but it's got some other stuff in it as well. You can go through it later if you want to. This is my first aid kit. I'm going to put the first aid kit somewhere accessible. I'm going to stick it in this little pouch under the brain, so when you open the lid, you can get to your first aid kit quickly. Water filter. Marlboro toast. I've just got them in this plastic so they don't get crushed. I've got a big sun hat, but if it gets really windy or rainy, I've got a peak cap. This is the camera case from the camera that I'm filming this on. That's going to go around my neck. This is a waterproof case if I'm doing a river crossing and I want to put my cell phone or something in it. I do have a waterproof bag for the 4 items that's just on me, maybe my cell phone and that, and the camera stick into this little bag before river crossing. It's getting quite heavy. This little bag is, I've just got some toilet paper, wet wipes, a few items in here, a little shovel, but I've also got in this little stuff sack which is like a little backpack. So if I'm at one of the villages and I want to walk around but I want to carry a few items with me, I can just stuff it into this little bag. And I think that's pretty much it for the body of my bag. See, the bag's, I mean, ideally with this sort of hike you could get away with a smaller bag than a 6-litre bag. I know that Osprey Exos 48 will probably be ideal for this hike. But I've noticed a 35-litre bag, but too small. So I'll need to be bigger than a 35, ideally probably smaller than a 60. But the problem is you can't always get a bag for every single hike that you're going to do. So often you're going to go for a slightly bigger bag and just try and resist the temptation of overpacking it. So in the brain here, my waterproof bag, my snacks for the day, another waterproof bag. This is my car key. Problem with car keys, I'm only going to need it in about a week's time. Put that in there. That's my water bottle. Water bottle's going to go down the side. In a moment. My wallet, I think I'll just maybe keep the wallet in my pocket. Cell phone, camera. I've got another battery bank. This one's got a solar panel on it, so I can lash it to the back if I need to. But for now, I'll just stuff it in the back here. I think that's pretty much it. Oh, on this side I've got a little umbrella. Sometimes if it's raining but it's really hot, you don't want to be putting on a raincoat, but you do want to keep some of the rain off you, so a little umbrella works great. On the side here I've got a little hand sanitizer. Don't have too many dangly things on there. And then I've got a little sit pad, so if I want to sit down, I'm dry.
I can't believe you've made it this far into the video. Thank you so much for watching. Hope this video has been a help to you. If you have any questions or comments, you can leave it in the comment section below. I'd like to put out a special thank you to my guide, Potso. Potso, I know you're watching. I'm going to be sending you this bag in the post. I hope it helps you out on your next hike, and then maybe you can think of me. I'm going to be planning my next hike, and I'll take you along with me. Look forward to it.